Thank you, Kylie. Those were some pretty insightful questions. My name is Lex Martinez, here with my guest to discuss some insider opinions on safety concerns on school. Welcome, Jed.
Hi.
So, I did a survey, just like a normal survey, of 6 or 7 questions to ask general students what they believe and their opinions on safety. So let me ask you in real time.
Yeah.
How do you feel attending public schools?
Attending public schools compared to private schools, I've never really been to a private school, but I've heard private schools, there's like a different feel to it, you know? I don't really know if security is higher because they have better funding, but honestly, I feel really good attending a public school. It also makes me feel more rooted because private schools, not everyone can go there, but I get to meet people in the community. It feels more at home.
Right. Do you think you get a good education here?
As good as I can get. I mean, I doubt it'd be that much different going to any other school, especially private ones. I've seen doctors there and people who have PhDs, you know.
I like your answer. There was a lot of interesting individuals that wanted to discuss other things. They talked about almost the same thing you were talking about, like private schools. Different schools have different criterias and they have different laws in different areas. My next question is, do you believe in cases of emergency, would schools be providing adequate response time for emergencies like fires, any drills?
I mean, we've all gone through this. Either it's an earthquake, we go under the table. If it's a fire, we all move it in an orderly fashion to the football field. But I doubt an actual fire, we'd all go in an orderly fashion. We'd all be running. But we try, and we do those. They're called every once in a while. We'll go out, we'll do it, but I don't think it'll help that much.
Okay. My next question is, should teachers have a small degree of medical knowledge, like CPR, or in other cases, like EpiPens or such?
I think everyone at the school, even the students, should know how to use CPR in case of emergencies, honestly. Because, like, something could happen in a classroom where there's people around, or it could happen in the bathroom. There'd be one person there, and they're like, I don't know how to do this. Right. And then they die.
Do you believe then, should classes not mandate, but an optional case to have some sort of medical teaching or some sort of class to help students understand what they are?
Definitely, 100%. Especially for people who want to become nurses and doctors, and just for students who attend the school and people could get hurt there or seriously injured.
Right. Well, from the other people that I asked, they also agreed with you, and some even believe that teachers do have a good knowledge of medical assistance. For my next question, I'd like to ask, are schools focused on good priorities? Do you believe that schools are focusing on what they should be, spending money on what they should be, like, per se, the phone pocket policy?
Honestly, I like the phone pocket policy. Well, some people don't agree with it, and I like it to a degree. If it's per class, I like that. But for the entire day, my mom will text me and call me if I need to go home early, if there's been an emergency. And I need to be able to respond to that and see what's wrong. If it's gone for the entire day, then I'm stuck. I'm stuck there. I can't connect to the outside world, and that can cause me harm and everyone else who's not able to connect harm.
Right. That's what other people believed also. They believe that some way to contact the other people outside or other classmates would be helpful, especially in dangerous situations. And they believe that students should have their phones because it's a good source to reach out, you know. Mm-hmm. And my next question is, do you believe you are safe in classrooms? You're comfortable in classrooms? Do you believe that they're a good place for you to express yourself in the way you would want to?
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty safe in classrooms. I mean, they have security cameras and a teacher. I've heard of people getting in fights in classrooms and the teachers they don't really do much. But honestly, I mean, I feel like I'd be pretty safe if something were to happen. If I were to get attacked or if someone else were to get attacked, I feel like people would rush to help.
Do you think the cameras were a good idea? A good new priority that schools are now focusing on?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, let's think of it. If we didn't have cameras, then how the office know if something would happen? We'd have to press a button, and we'd be like, oh, we're in danger. But that's gonna take a while, and people have to call it in and send people. If they have cameras, they're gonna instantly see what's going on and be able to respond.
Okay. My last question, to sum it up, do you think security is doing a good job in cases of any drill or just like school in general? Are they like helpful?
I'd say to a degree. Most people who are there as security guards, some of them actually want to be security guards. They chose that and they want to do it. And some people are there either because they volunteer or because they have nothing better to do. And I want people that want to protect me and put my interests first, you know?
Okay. Those are some pretty nice response. I believe that most people in general would agree with you. And through the survey that I took, there was a lot of interesting responses. One response was that they are kind of slow to stop fights, which I would agree that there have been a lot of fights around campus, but I can't say for every school. So, to sum it up, how would you say, what is your opinion on trying to improve safety in our school? What's something we could do to help spread awareness or start fighting violence, or to help just in general safety rules?
I feel like we should have more assemblies to discuss this, because every once in a while we'll have assemblies where they say, oh, don't do drugs and whatnot, but that's only like one or two, and they don't actually show you the nitty gritty. They don't show you the actual consequences of what happens when you take drugs. I remember, I think I was like in like fourth grade maybe. Someone came to our school and they told us about the consequences of taking drugs. But then I went home and I looked up the aftermath of drugs, and it.
All right. Thank you, Jed. Those are some nice responses. I really enjoyed speaking with you today. Thank you for joining us on this tubular WildCast CamCast episode. I hope this brought awareness to you in safety in schools, and if you're interested in learning more, then you should check out the Students Demand Action Club. A special thank you for the previous host, the KOCT team, and the broadcast journalism class at El Camino High School. That is all for today, and see you next time.